The issue of Shasha in Ibadan, we just had a crisis last week that was so much, people dying, killing themselves and burning places. And some governors from the north came to visit the place. Do you think their visiting will solve the crisis in that Shasha market between Hausa and Yorubas? Do you think that will bring the final solution, will bring the end to the problem between Hausa and Yorubas? Do you think that will be the solution?
Yes. I think so. It has been happening in the southwest. But this time around, they have to come down from the north to come and meet the governor of that state, which is a very good thing. Meanwhile, Nigerians, we need to manage ourselves. We need to manage the crisis. We are having a security issue challenges. We are having Boko Haram challenges. Instead of having ethnicity challenges, we need to manage ourselves to keep ourselves in peace. Instead, you don't have all these things in Southwest before. I don't know what is happening in Southwest and where people, this S-man issue, this religion tribalism, we should not to manage ourselves. We should to manage our crisis. We have a lot of issues from the past last year and this year now. There are issues. COVID-19 is here. We are still fighting on it. We are still fighting on the issue of NSAS. We are not starting fighting the issue of all these tribal sentiment and issues. You see, one thing is for us to we need to manage ourselves, to manage the crisis where we have been. In Southwest, we don't have any crisis in Southwest. Fine, these S-men are coming. All of them are not bad. Let us all of them are not bad. Fine. Some of them are bad, but some are not bad. We have this in my area. I have them in my area. We have love. We love ourselves. We are peaceful ourselves. But you just need to manage our crisis. Let us see ourselves as one Nigeria, not Hausa. Oh, go away. Igbo, go away. No, let's see ourselves as one Nigeria. That's the most important thing.
Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé kò sẹ́ni tó máa sọ pé òun ò mọ nǹkan tó ń lọ tàbí òun ò dẹ̀ gbọ́ bó ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé issue wípé Yorùbá àti Hausa àti Hausa ti jọ wà tipẹ́ from the time immemorial tán ti ń bára wọn ṣe tí ò dẹ̀ síjà tí ò sí ogun. But this time around àmọ́ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ to the extent wípé tó bá lọ sí north tàbí even gan nílẹ̀ south ń bí báyìí Yorùbá ń fẹ́ Hausa ń fẹ́ Yorùbá tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ sí pé àjọṣepọ̀ yẹn ó ti wà cordial from the time immemorial. Bẹ́ẹ̀ gbogbo tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ these days ìyàlẹ́nu ló jẹ́ kí ni kọ́ dẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo bí wàhálà yẹn ṣe escalate báyìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí èrò inú ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan ń tààrò ní pé àti ọ̀dọ̀ ìjọba àpapọ̀ ni gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wá nítorí pé kí ni àwọn Yorùbá máa ń pòwe kan pé tí nọninọni bá nọni tí ò dáwọ́ dúró tí ó gbanigbani tó dẹ̀ dákẹ́ síbẹ̀ tí ò sọ kankan that is pé òun gan ló ní kí nọninọni yẹn kó máa nàyàn so n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn torí ẹ̀ ló fi já sí pé president wa kò ń ṣe president ìlú kan lásán president Nàìjíríà ni káàkiri orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin Nàìjíríà náà dẹ̀ rèé tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo wa yìí bá a ṣe kéré tó ta dàgbà tó la dìde nínú òjò nínú ẹ̀rùn wípé à ń fẹ́ change kán fi mánu yìí síbẹ̀ nítorí ìgbà tó wà níjọba ológun ó ti ṣe nǹkan tí à ń fẹ́ gbà yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bí jagunjagun á dẹ̀ wá wò ó dẹ̀ wá yà wá lẹ́nu ńsìn pé ọ̀tọ̀ ní tá a rò wípé kán fi ibẹ̀ fún ọ̀tọ̀ ní tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńsìn ní tó ń ṣe wá nìyẹn because kò lè ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ pé kẹ́nìkan wá látòrí ilẹ̀ bàbá tiẹ̀ lọ́hùn kó lóun fẹ́ jẹ gàba sórí ilẹ̀ onílẹ̀ ẹni tó ń da màálù tó ń ṣe tó ń gbébọn káàkiri inú oko ṣe kankan business ló ń ṣe màálù dídà is a private business ẹ lè wá sọ yìí pé tó kéèké ń sìn irú àwọn tó ń ṣe díẹ̀ irú àwọn tó ń ṣe ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ káwọn náà dìde kan ní wọ́n nídìí ilẹ̀ wípé kinní kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lórí ilẹ̀ onílẹ̀ ìwọ tó o bá rí i pé kinní tó o bá ń ṣe business kan wàá wówó wàá ralẹ̀ wàá establish òun gan tó jẹ́ president àwọn Miyetti Allahs ṣe bóun náà ń sin màálù aṣáàrí ńgbà tó lọ sílùú ẹ̀ wípé màálù rẹ̀ ó kọ́lé fún wọn ni ó dúró tì wọ́n ó fún wọn lóúnjẹ ńbẹ̀ kó ṣe máa dà wọ́n káàkiri so gbogbo oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn n tó ń dá wàhálà lẹ́ nìyẹn nǹkan kan dẹ̀ wà kò sí ni béèyàn ṣe máa gọ̀gọ̀gọ̀ tó máa jẹ́ wípé mo gbà ẹ́ sílé ó wọnú ilé ó ṣe gbá o ti mọ inú ilé jù mí lọ tó dẹ̀ máa fẹ̀gbin rẹ́ mi lẹ́ra tí mi ní lè kọ́ á jẹ́ pé ọmọ àlè ìlú lónítọ̀hún so gbogbo ń tà ń wí nìyẹn so irú ànánsì a gbọ́ wípé látòkè ọya àwọn gómìnà bíi mẹ́rin kan wá tán wá bá wọn ṣe mítìn tán ṣe wọn lè tẹ́rí ẹnìkan bá fẹ́ nìkan provided táwọn náà bá rí i pé àkíní yìí àwọn ò lè gbà á kájọ sowọ́pọ̀ kájọ come to reality wípé ok ẹ jẹ́ kálàáfíà máa lọ ká máa ṣe bí a ti ṣe jọ ń ṣe é bọ̀ látẹ̀yìnwá a gbà wípé Nàìjíríà we are using one Nigeria àgbà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn wa yòókù àwọn tó ń wá láti ibòmíì tó ń jẹ́ kínní yẹn wọ́n lo one Nigeria wọ́n ti believe pé àwọn ju òfin lọ ní tó bá dẹ̀ wo àwọn làwọn lè ṣe kò yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ so tí meeting wọn tó bá fẹnu kò sí pé kí peace kó rìn kí peace máa rìn lọ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá tún jẹ́ pé wọ́n rò wípé wọ́n ń fìyà jẹ Fúlàní wọ́n ń ṣe gbà Fúlàní tó ń gbé èèyàn nǹkan tó ń dùúyàn lọ́bẹ ẹran gan ẹdìẹ gan tọ́lọ̀ ń fún wa láṣẹ láti pa téèyàn bá fẹ́ fọ̀bẹ sí lẹ́rù ẹran tó ti ń sìn láti jọ ẹdìẹ tó ń sìn tó ń farárò ẹ̀ tó bá fẹ́ pa gan ọwọ́ agbọ̀n ẹ̀ ká tó wá sọ pé èèyàn téèyàn ń fi ọ̀bẹ sí lọ́rùn àti pé kọ́ bá ń gbébọn wọn káàkiri àti pé kí ló ń gbébọn káàkiri fún iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ló ṣòro ó ṣe jù kéèyàn ṣiṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ títí pẹ̀lẹ́yìn pẹ̀lú wàhálà kó máa wo èrè oko yẹn pé nǹkan yẹn ti hù káyọ̀ kan dẹ̀ kó ẹran débẹ̀ kán dẹ̀ jẹ́ tán kírú ẹni yẹn dẹ̀ má lè sọ̀rọ̀ sáwọn lè gbà nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn so ìlú tí ò sófin kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tẹ́ṣẹ̀ bá ti wà ń sìn òun kálukú àbí tófin bá ti wà òun kálukú á mọ̀ pé tóun bá dẹ́ṣẹ̀ báyìí ìjìyà ẹ̀ rèé tóun bá dẹ́ṣẹ̀ báyìí ìjìyà ẹ̀ rèé kán dẹ̀ stop láti máa gbébọn fún àwọn ọmọ kékeré tó ń da màálù nítorí àwọn ọmọ kékeré yẹn ìbọn yẹn bíi tọ́ì ló jẹ́ lójú wọn nítorí wọ́n ti mú oríṣiríṣi wọ́n ti fín gọ́ọ̀mù wọ́n ti fún oríṣiríṣi so ẹ̀mí èèyàn kékeré ló ń jẹ́ lójú wọn kò jẹ́ ìrànkan fún wọn majority ló fi ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan ó yà wá lẹ́nu báyìí àwọn ẹ̀yà kejì wa bọ́n ṣe ń ṣe so tí peace meeting tán wá fún tán bá ṣe successfully tán náà mọ̀ wípé nǹkan yóò dáa arẹ́dì láti máa jọ continue àjọṣepọ̀ wa kọ́lọ́ọ̀ má jẹ́ Nàìjíríà ò bàjẹ́ so ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
I've stayed in Kano and I know how they behave there. In the north, you see their farm. They will be coming with the cattle and they won't take the cattle into the farm. They don't do that in the north. They have where they graze. But unlike the western and the eastern side, they just see your farm, then they lead their cattle there. So if that is not happening here, it would not have led to the crisis in Ibadan. The crisis in a part of Oyo State where Sunday Igboho went to was what triggered the Ibadan crisis, because now when you look at things, my brother, let's say for example, I have a brother that stays in Ketu and his business is in Ketu. So peradventure, Hausa people should not destroy his business and send my brother away. I may want to retaliate that, okay, my brother, that okay o, ẹjẹjú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, èmi gan máa jẹjú yín, Hausa kan bí, ó yá pàdé mi, I'll buy you something, let us go and fight the Hausa. So from there, another thing will happen. Let's now assume that I was able to defeat the Hausa, and his brother at another place, maybe in Agege, now overheard that. So that is what led to more fights. So that is, I can say that is the catalyst for the Shasha outbreak.
The matter of living in peace is going to be the thing of the past, because the Yoruba accommodated the Hausas, and there's something happened in Maitu in Lagos here some time ago, in Ojota, Maitu. an Hausa man was riding an Okada and hit a Yoruba woman, and the woman fell on the ground, and the Okada Hausa man was driving away, and people accosted her. Look at somebody you hit on the ground. She wriggling in pain. In order to correct her, because they gathered to correct her that what he did is wrong, the whole Hausas just came and they began to fight, and many properties were burnt in Ojota. So Nigeria they quickly forget what has happened. So like what has happened in Shasha, Ibadan, like you are saying, it's not a new thing, because it has happened before. The outside, they take laws into their hands. They don't have regard for human life. They value animal than human being, which is very wrong. So I don't think there will be peace. The south and the north is already divided with what is going on today. How will a full animal from the north commit atrocity against his southern neighbors, and when he's apprehended and order will come from above, the next day they will release him? So the eyes of the Satan, that's Satan Nigerians, their eyes has opened. So they will no longer tolerate that kind of oppression again. So gone are those days of friendship. So now it is an eye for an eye and a tooth for the tooth.
But do you think that will solve the problem if it's going to be an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth? Do you think it's going to solve the problem?
Yes, if it is not done like that, the other party will not take absolute measurement to contain that misbehavior.
And recently, 4 governors from the north came over to that place and talk about peace. Do you see any changes? Do you see they are coming to Ibadan? We solve this finally. Solve this issue in Southwest. We solve it finally.
It's too little, too late. Unfortunately, those governors that came, they could have been more proactive and acted sooner. Okay, there has been so many security threats over the last several months, but you see our governors keeping quiet about it. But it's only when things have got into a head and so many lives have been lost, so many properties destroyed over a very minor incident that they are not coming. Yeah, to me, in my mind, it's a bit too little, too late.
So you don't see any good?
It's a good development, right? They are coming out, to try and calm the tensions, try and douse tensions. Yeah, it is a good development, but nevertheless, they could have done that a lot earlier. Yes, they could have made very, very concrete statements before now. Ibadan especially, or your state, there's been talk about Fulani headsmen and all that, and all the governors have just been keeping quiet about it and not saying anything.